Welcome to the Kickasserole. I think this is episode 4?
Yes.
4. Episode 4. We have to do this for 2 weeks to make it a habit, I guess.
Something like that.
My computer keeps dinging because I can't figure out how to close my messages, and my sisters won't leave me alone again.
And if I get distracted, it's because I'm looking out the window, probably at squirrels and snow, because it's snowing really hard, and I'm very distracted. So.
This is actually a really good introduction, because what we want to talk about today is just like be your weird self, you know?
I see what you did there. We didn't even try.
No, I didn't even mean to. It just happened because we can't not be weird for one moment.
That was a good segue.
Yeah, I know. I'm really proud of myself.
Good.
Okay, so today's episode, so we started off the first couple talking about each platform and, you know, who the audience is and just, you know, tips and tricks and things like that. But we actually want to talk about something really more important today, which is no matter which platform you decide to be on, you need to have a good understanding of who your brand is, who your business is, and how you communicate that to the world. And so like the North of 8 brand we're pretty weird.
Side of 30.
Yeah, but we're real people. And sometimes we say stupid things that we think are funny that nobody else does. But we're also wicked smart. So, so hence the segue here. Okay, so Cassie and I, Cassie does most of the heavy lifting here. Thank you, dear. But we manage social media for a number of different clients in a number of different industries. And it's always a struggle for folks to define what their brand voice is. If you are a business and you know, you were to give your business a character, does it follow after the owner and the owner's personality? If it's a bigger business and it's not just one person, how do you define that? How do you communicate? Do you use, it's stupid things like, do you use emojis? Do you really enjoy puns? Do you sometimes give people way too much personal information about yourself? And so we've actually developed a process where for each of our clients, we go through this brand voice document. And Cassie, I don't know if you want to speak a little bit to what's in that.
Yeah, and the point of that, and that's something that I really, really, really use, especially in the beginning and when we're onboarding new clients, because when I'm scheduling posts for new clients or when I'm really trying to embody who they are, I don't want it to sound anything like me. I don't want it to sound like North of 8 at all, because each brand is so different. And so the point of this document is for us to really learn who our client is, how they talk, how they communicate. Are they formal? Are they very professional? Are they very casual? Are they laid back? Do they use slang? How do they feel about exclamation points? I like exclamation points. I got to tone back on the exclamation points a lot of times because a lot of people don't really appreciate them as much as I do. I'm a very person.
Yes, so I'm really honestly that excited to send you an email.
Exactly. And I am. And I was like, I'm a big fan of being very positive and out there. And I have to sometimes tone that back, especially industry based. And so it's kind of a fun challenge because I use that brand voice document to try to be somebody totally different. I am a plumbing company. I am a winery. I'm all of these things that is different from who I actually am. And so it's kind of fun though, because with the plumbing company, they're a little quirky too. So I get to be my quirky self there, but also in a very different way. And so, you know, we have to learn how to embody these different industries and these different businesses because, you know, even if it is a business within the same industry, their voice can be totally different.
And should be.
Yeah, and it should be. Absolutely. Like we should not be copying anybody because we all have something authentic and individual that we can offer people that makes us so great. We are all unique little butterflies and all of our snowflakes, speaking of snow, all of our snowflakes are different. We are individually made. So.
Oh, see, look at you and your transitions. That was great.
I try.
So some of the questions we ask people is, think about your brand and your business and how it communicates. So say, Cassie, if North of 8 were a person and we were walking down the street and we went to greet somebody, how would North of 8 do it? Would we greet somebody with, that strong handshake? Would we say something embarrassing? Would we miss a high five?
It'd be the awkward going in for the high five and then going for a fist bump, and then it's the that's what it would be. Hands down.
100%.
Yeah. Or like somebody's waving at you, but they're not actually waving at you. So we'd go, oh.
Yeah. And then actually like it would keep us up at night.
Yeah.
We're neurotic. So we're like that weird person that I think is fun to see when you're in the right mood. But say we do some social media work for a client that's actually a men's club. So it's a group of mostly older gentlemen that we help with their Facebook presence. And in that, how would this men's club greet folks on the street? And it would probably be a hearty handshake, a slap on the back.
Drink my beer.
Drink your beer.
With the other hand.
Cigar.
Yes.
I mean.
And I embody that too. I am also, that I'm in the men's club, to be honest. I'm part of it. So.
I mean.
Right in.
To the world, you are the men's club because you are, to the Facebook world, you're the one communicating that message.
I like to think of it as that gif of Dwight with his wigs from The Office when he's getting his free trials. It's like, and he's like always a different person. That's what I do for a living, to be honest.
And I have actually seen you spin your chair around and become a whole new person by the time you're back at your desk.
It's mood. I have to set the mood.
It's terrifying. Let's see. What other questions do we ask? So these are all things that we ask clients, but you should be asking yourself as well, so that you can really define what that brand voice is. So whether or not it's you posting as the business owner, or it's, you roped your daughter into it, or, the teller is going to help you out for a couple weeks, with the social media campaign. So everything sounds like it's coming from the same business. One
way to do that. Oh, sorry. One way to do that would be by referring back to your mission statement. That is one big thing too that we talk about in that brand voice document, in that document itself, is what is your mission statement? Because we don't ever want to post something or do something that's off brand. Mm-hmm. And so that mission statement really reflects like what your voice is, because it's the things that you really care about. It's the things that make your business who it is. So using that mission statement will help you build out your brand voice even more.
Yep, absolutely. It definitely sets out your priorities.
Yeah.
That's a boring one. I have a more exciting one. One of the other things I like to ask is who is your business's celebrity doppelganger?
Oh.
Cassie, I don't know if we've ever kind of gone through this, because just you and I are so similar in the way we communicate. We never have had to.
Let's say it on the count of 3.
Okay, ready? 1, 2,
3. Chris Farley.
Russell Brand.
Oh. Okay, maybe we're not.
We can't say it at the same time. I realized just in time we couldn't say it at the same time because Zoom cuts you out.
Oh, that's true.
Chris Farley, that's the absolute right answer.
So I thought you were going to go with hands down without a doubt.
You want to know what I did the other day?
What?
I have this cute fall jacket that I got from the Feather Shed.
Hey, this is from the Feather Shed.
What?
Yeah.
Nice. Thanks, Kelsey. And I put it on, and I have had a baby since last fall. And my arms up here are bigger than they were, which is fine. It's fine. Fine, nobody's crying. And I put it on, and I was like, why can't I lift my arms up? And then I went out to the living room to Brian, my husband, and I was like, fat guy in a little coat.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, my favorite day ever.
Yes.
Anyway, we digress.
Yes. Who is your celebrity doppelganger? It's very important.
Mm-hmm. It's sort of fun. The men's club is definitely John Wayne.
Oh yeah, hands down. Mm-hmm. That one's easy.
Yeah. So think about, fun things like that, boring things like Cassie says that are also very, very important.
Mission statements.
Okay. And then what other things are on our brand voice doc? We've got who your audience is, who you're speaking to. That should always inform how you communicate to, is who are are you trying to reach? Who are you trying to connect with? And then you can work backwards from there.
And the cool part is with that is that especially if you have like more than one demographic, and you're trying to do like a very targeted ad, something that you could do with Facebook and Instagram as well is you can create separate ads with like the same content but different wording, so like captions, to make it targeted toward 30-year-old Sharon, 24-year-old whoever could name Glass, because that's what's in front of me, and then like 57-year-old Scissors. So like you can create individual ads based on these different characters. So
Yes.
graphics.
Yep. And then your
Scissors, glasses, or
Sharon's. Glasses or Sharon's.
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing is, so that's your brand voice. You have to determine what that is. You know, we put it in document form so that we can always refer back to it for all of our clients. For North of 8, we don't do that because it is, we've figured that out on our own.
Right.
In our bad selves.
Yeah. We got lucky when the world brought us together, because it's like, oh,
here's a very similar human. You even dress similar.
Yeah. We didn't plan this at all, but
so there's that, but then there's also the side of social media that people don't want to connect with brands or companies. You know, you're on social media to connect with people and with personalities. So being authentic to who your business is and your business's personality is important. You know, you don't necessarily want to be overly technical or cold. You know, bring some warmth and personality into these things.
Absolutely. One of my favorite things to see on like Twitter, for instance, is when a company like Frito-Lay or like somebody like just random and like a huge powerhouse embodies a person, and like they get into these threads, and it's like the funniest, best content because it really humanizes a company that's known for making, you know, Frito chips. So
I'm looking on my phone right now because here is a Twitter account that everybody needs to follow because they do this better than absolutely anybody, and they're hilarious, and it is the most random place. It's at the Merle, THEM as in Mary, E as in Emily, R as in Rachel, L as in laryngitis. It's the Museum of English Rural Life.
Oh my gosh.
And you can just tell they have so much fun on their social media. I think it blew up because they did something about like, there was this giant sheep, this old picture of this like huge sheep from like, I don't know, the photo was black and white so a long time ago. And the thing that went with it is like, this is an absolute unit of a sheep or a ram or something. And then like for years, these people have just been hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
So you're welcome. Follow them. You will not regret it. It is my favorite online personality.
And what's it called again? One more time.
Called the Museum of English Rural Life at the Merle, MERL.
Yeah. Is it the Merle, MERL?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. There it is. Boom.
See, like that thing, and nobody can see this if you're not watching our Zoom, but everybody's watching our Zoom right now because we don't have real podcast hosting. It's just like, you know that thing that's going around? I don't know. Can you see it with the bunny?
Oh yeah, the bunny. Yep.
Oh.
Who is it? Is it a sister?
It's Brian.
Oh.
I'm so mad at him because he interrupted the little Pokemon Pikachu bunny guy holding a sheep. Totally on brand.
I'll never live this down.
No. Okay. So this got out of hand quickly.
But I love it.
And like, here's the whole package here. This is who North of 8 is.
Right.
We're weird and quirky, but we tell it like it is across all of our platforms.
And it's just who we are. It works.
Or it doesn't.
Maybe it doesn't. So, after I cut about 15 minutes of us talking about nothing, what's the one thing you would recommend, Emily? What's that one takeaway for our listeners?
I would recommend actually writing down your brand voice.
Mhm.
I think that would be helpful. Even if you just write it down and then like lose the piece of paper somewhere, to write down like how your brand communicates with people, you know, and what those traits are. If you're friendly, if you're professional, if you're, you know, knowledgeable, if you like puns. Uh, so just write down those characteristics, and then try to embody those in your posts.
Yeah, I agree. That's a solid one thing.
All right. Okay. Bye.
Bye.